kilogram depending on how size your hands. And
I think a snowball is a good analogy.
yeah, snowball.
Snowball you would make it.
Like he said. The four-fold perfect path to centering. You start off with the heel of your hand. You put your elbows on your knees. You make a triangle by holding the wrist of your left wrist with your right hand. And you put your thumb over the top and you lean forward. And make a low cone. And you take your hand away slowly. You don't take your hand away quickly. Right? That's the first step. And that's the part of your hand you're using. Okay? Step 2 is to make a higher cone by squeezing across like that with that part of your hand. Okay? Step 4 is the hard part. You use your left hand to support on the outside and make sure the clay doesn't run away. You put your right hand down the inside, like this, and the clay has nowhere else to go except up. Now all of the clay is as close to the centre as it's going to be, so therefore it's easier to get centred. If it's out here, then it's harder to get it close to centre. So, the next step, step 4, I can see which part. I've used all that part of my right hand and just that part of my left. And the 4th stage is to hold your hand like you're shooting a gun in the hand and push the clay away from yourself. Push it down like that. Okay. That's centered. Yes.
You're washing your hand each time.
That's so I could show you where I was touching.
You didn't have to do that.
That's the only reason I was doing it. Normally I would do it like that. That fast. If you repeat that process that I just did 3 or 4 times, your clay's going to be centered. Next stage for a cylinder. Now, cylinders are a basic building block. Everything off the wheel head is a cylinder because you've got this flat bit to start off with that supports the clay. Everything off the hump has to be a bowl because it's got a soft base and it's got to be a self-supporting arch. Okay? A large lump. So this is, in Japanese this would be called ikkobiki, and she's throwing things one off. In English you'd be throwing off the wheel head. And they don't have a special word for throwing off the hump in Japanese because that's the way of Japanese throwing. It's just called throwing.
Why is it called throwing?
It's called,
Why is it
well, called throwing because in English we should take a lump of clay and throw it on the wheel.
This is what you showed us in Chico at your house when you did like a pot off of like the lump was there and the pot was like basically at the top of it.
I'll do that next. So, to make a cylinder, right, start with this piece of clay centered like that. I bracket the outside with my left hand to make sure it doesn't run away and make a hollow in the centre. Okay. You then pull this finger towards yourself, parallel with the head of your wheel, and there's the base of your pot.
Are you right-handed?
Yes. You then put your thumb on the left hand outside, your left finger on the inside. You support with your right hand and pinch that thickness towards the centre. Then make a hollow underneath. And now you've got the base thickness goes, that's the wheel head. This pot is now going very thick here, but this base and this point are the thickness that you want them. So then you just pull this thickness, you squeeze like this.
And you switch hands.
My right
Steve,
hand's
I
on
got
the
this from the
outside.
right side, so I'll give the copy to you.
Okay.
Use your bamboo.
Okay. Now it's slightly thicker at the base and tapers gradually up to the top because it's got to support its own weight. Right. When you trim it, you can trim that extra thickness off. That's why we trim. Can you make me, out of this piece of clay, about